All okay? Friday! It's Friday today. And it's lovely outside still, isn't it? Nice and warm. Lovely and warm. Okay, so I'm going to put these up here. I love teaching Roman numerals. So much fun. So 26. So remembering what all the different letters mean. I won't recap because I think you'll remember, and I think that today should be a bit more of a challenge. If you want to try and write them out or spot them as I go along, that's great. Okay, so 26. So we've got 20 and we've got 6. So that's 10 and 10, which makes 20, and then 6 is 5 and 1. So you've got 10 and 10, which makes 20. You've got 5 and 1, and that makes 26. Okay, number 2, we are looking at the Roman numeral. We're trying to convert it into numbers. So L is 50, X is 10, I is 1, and X is 10. So we've got that weird thing where 10 is on twice. Well, 50 and 10 is 60. So we've got this bit. And then if you've got a smaller number in front of a bigger number, that means you need to do less. So 1 less than 10 is 9. So it becomes 69. 69 for that one. This. So 69. Number 3. So you've got X, X, X. X means 10, so that's 30. You've got V, which is 5. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm going to have a look, see if that's confused any of you, because we know that 4 isn't technically a Roman numeral. I found that when I went to Denmark not too long ago, and I went to Copenhagen, and I saw a lot of the clocks used 4 on the clocks. It was really annoying me. It was really annoying me. I said, why have they got it wrong? Why have they got it wrong? Whereas actually, in some countries they use the number 4 because there's a god that they worship, and the sign for that god is IV. So they didn't want to use that as confusion. But we want to stick. We're doing mathematics with Roman numerals, so we do actually want to stick with the proper number. So this is actually cheekily incorrect, but it does technically mean 4. So I'm going to put it as, so it should be V, which is 5, and then IX. Sorry, IX. Okay? So that'll be V. Oh, sorry. That should be I'm getting confused. So if it's I was trying to say that it's 9. I was trying to hint to you that it's 9, but obviously it can't be 9, because 9 we know is IX. So I was being cheeky, I was being mean, and now I've confused myself. So that's a good fact to remember. There are some ways that 4, instead of being IV, can be used as I. The last one, 73. You can't do 7 lots of X. So we do L, which is 50, 60, 70, and then 3 is 1, 2, 3. Okay? Well done. Right, bigger numbers today, which is exciting. Hope you all gave the challenge a go yesterday. I thought it was quite a good challenge. All matching the numbers. So today, just want to quickly recap again the 4s and the 9s for you. So 4 and 9 is always 1 less than the next number. So for example, 4 is IV, 1 less than 5. So that is 4. If you're doing 40, that is 10 less than 50. So that's XL. Yeah? If you're doing 400, that is 100 less than 500. So 500 is D, C is 100, So there's a pattern. You're either doing 1 less or 10 less or 100 less. We don't go into the thousands left because there's no Roman numeral for 5,000. If you're doing 9, so 9 is 1 less than 10. Okay? 1 less than 10. So that's 1 and that's 10. For 90, it is 10 less than 100. So that's 10, and that's 100, and doing 10 less makes 90. And for 900, it is 100 less than 1,000. So there's our 100, there's our 1,000. So that's the pattern. Okay, I just wanted to make that really, really clear, rather than just mention it during a question. Because if I've shown you that now and you get confused about something in the future, maybe you do something at school and you're like, oh, what does Steph say? You can get this video and just watch that bit and it should help, okay? Right, let's go on to some questions. So, big long ones now. So M, D, C, X, X, V, I. Wow, what a long Roman numeral that is. What on earth could this be in numerals? So we break it down. We're using M now, so we're going into the thousands. You can go over 1,000, but we don't really go past 5,000. We can't go past 5,000 Roman numerals because there isn't a number for it, or 4,000 in fact. So the furthest we can go is 3,000 because it's M, M, M. So let's break it down. M means 1,000. Why is M called 1,000? Because 1,000 years is a millennium, so that's a good way to remember it. Okay, we're in the second millennium because we're in 2020. So M is 1,000. D is 500, so we know it's at least 1,500, this number. C is 100. XX is 20. V is 5. And I is 3. And now what you need to do, this has been partitioned, you need to blend it together to make one number. So we've only got one number in the thousands, we've got 500 and 600, we've got 20, and 5 and 3 is 8. So 1,628, that's a really good way to do it, breaking it down. Just so you're making sure that you haven't missed any digits, you've not got confused by any digits. There aren't any digits that are 4 and 9 that are the other way around. So I'm going to switch it around now. I'm going to do 628. Okay? So don't worry, I'm not going to always do the thousands. I want to do a mixture of questions. Right, 600. 600 is made up of D, because D is 500. And C, so DC, so that's 500 and 100. 20 we know is 2 lots of 10, XX, and 8 is 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the 20 there, and that's the 3, and that's the 5. So the answer, 5, so it's DC, X, X, V, I. Oh, I'll tell you what, when the Romans were writing all these numbers, say if there was a banker, which they had in Roman numerals, if you were rich in the Roman times and you had lots of money, if someone had to look after all that money, imagine writing Roman numerals out to keep track. Oh, you'd get a sore hand, wouldn't you? Right, last one. Okay. M. 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 Okay. C. D. Just giving you time to think here. X. C. V. Okay. So M. 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 C. D. X. C. V. So I'll model to you again. So M. 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 is 3,000. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. C is 100. D is 500, so we've noticed here we have to be careful. X is 10. C is 100, so again there's another one where the smaller number is in front of the bigger number, and then V is 5. So we blend it together. So we've only got one lot in the thousands, so that's definitely 3,000. We know it's a 4-digit number. 100, so CD, 100 less than 500 means it's 400. XC is 10 less than 100, which is 90, and then we've got our 5 at the end. So 3,495. Oh, right, your turn now, and I can have a rest, and I can do some shout-outs. So, I've got 6 questions for you today. I'm going to do the numbers first, which you need to convert into Roman numerals, and then for 4, 5 and 6 it's the other way around. I'll give you the Roman numerals and you have to convert them into numbers. So, question 1, I would like 1,332. Question 2, I would like 1986, because that's the year I was born. And some of you will be thinking, what? That was ages ago. You must be really old, Steph. Right, you have a go. Oh wow, so many comments. Wow, right, I'm gonna have to scroll back. So, hi from Irene. Hi Ethan and your baby sister Ella. Well done Heidi. Heidi spotted the trick with the 4 being wrong. Well done. I like that people have liked your comment as well. Okay. Hi Amelia. Yep, Roman numerals are tricky, but like I say, it's like cracking a code. Okay. Well done Lachlan, well done Sam. Well done Harnick, well done Lucia. Brilliant, well done. Yeah, I know there's some of you, Irene, you're only in year 2, so don't worry if you don't quite get this, you're a bit young for this. Just giving it your best go. I like how some of you are trying to guess my age now. No, Katie, that's not right. Focus on the Roman numerals first. And then I'll give you a clue. Yeah, Lachlan and Elliot and Harry got some answers coming in. Wow, they're so long, aren't they? Give you a couple more seconds. I'll start up here, and if you're still working on the others, that's fine. So, 1,000. Okay, so 1,000 is M. 300 is, what's 300? C, C, C. Well done if you got that. 30 is X, X, X. And 2 is 1, 2. So the answer is M, C, 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 X, 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 I. I'm really not going to be able to fit this on the page, am I? So, 1986, the year I was born, I'm 33 years old. It was if you worked that out right. So, so we've got M to start, which is 1,000. And then we've got 900. So remember, 900 is 100 less than 1,000. So, it is CM. 100 less than 1,000. 80. Remember, don't forget, it's not just 8 on its own, it's 80. So you need to have L, which is 50. and then X, X, X. So 50, 60, 70, 80, and then 6 is VI. Right. So the answer is M, C, M, L, X, 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 V, I. Told you it was long today. The last one, 799. So 700, we need to break it down. We need to have 500 first, which is D. And then we need 2 lots of 200, which is CC. So you've got 500, 600, 700. 90, remember 90 is 10 less than 100, so XC. And then 9 is 1 less than 10, so that's IX. I have to think about that then. So the answer is D, C, C, X, C, I, X. Okay? If I make a mistake, please tell me, because it is definitely tricky. Yeah, look at those answers. It's amazing. Right. Other way around now. I've got to squeeze on the Roman numerals and you need to convert them into numbers. So let's give this a go. Change my pen colour so it's really, really clear. So question 4 is, I'll read it out as well so you can hear it because in case it's squashed. C, C, X, X, I. That's question 4. Question 5 is M, C, D, L, X, 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 I. I have to go on to 2 pages on my little sheet there. And the last one is, funny one, M, I. Give it a go. Oh, good question. Can Roman numerals be in not capital letters? No, they have to be done in capital letters. It's just the way that the alphabet is formed like that. Otherwise it might get confused with actual writing. It's making it clear that it's an important piece of writing. Brilliant. Oh, these amazing answers. It's just so funny seeing the feed full of loads of letters today. Oh, got an answer already? Well, just check that, Lachlan. Just check, because you got the 2 and the 1. Oh, good. Right, yes, some answers coming in. Brilliant. Wow, you're really good at this. You're really, really good at this, guys. I'm very, very, very impressed. So, let's go through it. So again, if you're still working, don't worry, I'll take my time. C. Okay, C means 100, century. So you've got 100, so that's 200. X is 10, so 2 lots of 10 is 20. And then 2 lots of 1s is 2. So it's a nice one, it's just 222, all the 2s. The next one, M, so that's M is 1,000, so that is 3,000. Okay, C is 100, and D is 500, so we need to be careful there. L is 50, XXX is 30, and I is 1, so we need to blend this one together. So I'm going to put the answer down here. So it's 3,000. 100 less than 500 is 400. 50 and 30 is 80, and then the 1 at the end. So the answer to question 5 is 3,481. And the last one, yeah, some people spotted it. So you've got 2,000 and then you've just got 1. So the answer is just 2001. I wanted to show you that because I want to make it clear you can jump from the thousands right down to single digits. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. It just looked weird because there's no there's nothing putting the zeros in there. Obviously with our numbers we use 0 as a placeholder. We put there's no tens and there's no hundreds, but here it's just straight to 2,000 and 100. And the 1, and you've got 2,000 and the 1. Okay. Well done. If you didn't quite get this, I know some of you are in year 2 and year 3. Don't worry, you've got years to learn this yet. I hope it was a good challenge for you in upper key stage 2. As ever, I'm going to put a challenge question up right now for the week. Next week's lessons topics are going to go on the feed this afternoon. I know some of you already know what it is. And if you're doing the Maths Live competition, thank you so much for your entries so far. Like I say, you've got till Sunday to put them in, any posters. And the prizes arrived yesterday and they're so good, they're so exciting. So have a lovely weekend and I'll see you on Monday.